Today we are opening the SHFiguarts Eternal Sailor Moon, which is going to be compared to their, this is the animation color edition of the just regular Sailor Moon figure. Here's a little Luna down here. And this is one that had been redone from a previous figure that they put out some years ago. And this one they had never done before, so this is the first time that any of us are seeing this figure. And it looks pretty cool, so I'm excited to open this up. They did a funny little thing on the front of trying to, I guess, kind of animate the box art a little bit. It's clearly the figure, but they try to make it look a little bit animated. It's kind of funny. There's all of that fun stuff. What does it say there? Oh, it's just about SHFiguarts. Never mind, not about Sailor Moon. All the stuff on the back, all her fun things we're gonna get, different faces. And yeah, okay, just getting on with it. Top, okay, bottom, gotcha. All right, so she slides right out. And this is, maybe, I think it's about the same size as the Sailor Pluto box. And all the stuff that she came with, her hair, I think, had to be put in like a special little thing. But yeah, this, let's see if we remove, and you can see her accessory page. It's like a page of a book. And then there she is. So let's go ahead and take her out. I already cut the tape on this so that it would be easier for the video. First thing, obviously, that's very different about these two. I love the little hair. It's the same thing they do with the Dragon Ball figures. When they do the kind of like somewhat sheer hair. So there's the same thing kind of here. You can also see right away that she has a little bit more detail in her painting and coloring of the hair. The wings are attached than the regular Sailor Moon figure. So how do we get this plastic off? Oops, almost knocked my camera over. How do we get this plastic off? Do her wings? I don't think her wings are supposed to come out. Oh, okay, they do come out. I was like, I'm gonna have to break this on accident. Gonna have to break this on accident. That made no sense. Okay, plastic is all removed. Let's pop the wings back in. It'll be really interesting trying to figure out how to set her up in the stand. The wings themselves, there's no flexibility between these pieces, just in case you were wondering. And they do pop right back in those little holes very easily, but they can move like that. So you can put them in different positions, and there she is. And I was right. Okay, I was looking at this yesterday in the box, and I was like, is her leg more pale? Yes, it is. It's less pink. I don't know if you can see that really well. Yeah, it doesn't really pick up on the camera, but it is slightly less pink and more just kind of like powder white or powdered cream. I don't know. Powdered cream. The hair has, she looks like it has the same. It has similar attachments. I don't think they're quite the same. They're a bit stiff. It looks like they refined the pieces on this one, whereas this is a little bit bulkier. You can't really tell, but it's a little bit bulkier at the base of the hair there. Oop. Obviously, if you have these figures, you know they have to be in the stand if you're going to be comparing them, because otherwise you're just going to be holding them, because they don't really stand, these Sailor Moon figures. They're definitely meant to have the stand. All right, so obviously one of the most obvious things changed, the color of the outfit, of course, and I should have had it up on my computer screen here, my a couple pages from the manga itself, but I digress. Ooh, her ankles actually seem to be somewhat improved from this version. Okay, let's go back to the coloring. The coloring of the costume is accurate. This is a little bit crooked. that'll be one that'll be a little bit difficult to fix, it looks like, because it wants to go back. It's not meant to be twisted, so I could feel if I twist that too far, it'll break. But obviously it is a little bit bent, a little bit crooked, so I'll see if I can heat it up maybe. Do it that way. Let's get the wings on her arms facing the right direction. They're supposed to be going like that. Yeah, you can see. Got her so far away from the camera. Sorry about my nails again. Depression, you know. I laugh. Lots of cool little details that they definitely put in here, right? You can kind of see that on the wrist. It's a little moon. Somebody's car alarm thing is going off out there. There we go. And on this one, I think it's the same. A moon, yes. This skirt is a little bit funky. Obviously it's triple layered, which makes it super, there's no bendability to that. But what I'm finding funky about it is this gap. It looks like it's supposed to be something that's there to help her flexibility, but there really isn't, aside from her chest, much flexibility in the torso. And the waist, like that, doesn't seem to actually move. So that's just a weird design thing, I guess. There's a little bit of jankiness with the paint job. Let me see if zooming in will help. The paint job on the moon here in the center. A little bit janky. But that's okay. And then here you can kind of compare what I was saying about her hair, how it is more detailed than her standard counterpart. I'm having a little issues getting the hair to adjust. It feels so delicate in the back here. So delicate. I wonder, let me see if I pop this wing out, put the hair back. There we go. Now we're working with posability. Okay, so the wings are removable, which is definitely necessary. It's a little bit hard to, it feels like it's not quite in all the way. Okay, there we go. Have her kind of looking out. Voice effects. I really like this figure. This is not bendy as well, so you don't want to be trying to bend that. That's not posable. It's how it is. I'm a little disappointed about this thing being a little bit twisty, but I guess it's fine. But I don't think we're ever going to get like a super Sailor Moon figure because it's really combined elements of these two. You get like the multiple stripes up there. I don't remember if she gets multiple skirts, a super Sailor Moon. But I know a lot of people hate this Eternal figure, not figure, costume. Before I get too ahead of myself and start putting on stuff while I talk. Yeah, she's not going to stand. A lot of people don't like that costume. I don't necessarily know why. My assumption is the arm puffs, the little pink little arm puffs. I guess, yeah. Oh, and that was something else I wanted to mention about the coloring, and you'll see it with the hands here, is that they are, anywhere there is white, it is differentiated from the standard version. Let me see here. It's differentiated like these kind of tiny little pieces, because these are pearlescent. I don't really know if you can even tell that. That's probably the worst piece that I could have shown that on. Get one that actually has some depth to it. I don't even know if you can tell on the camera, but it is pearlescent. It is a nice pearlescent. It's very shiny. And of course we have her Eternal Wand. This isn't even as big as they get in the manga. Oh wow, that's funny how that's okay. I want to say it's a tiny bit crooked, but there's like, we're working with such tiny pieces here, you can't really be mad about it. And that's why this little thing, like, if this was a Marvel Legend made figure like this, imagine how messed up it would be. So you can't really be that mad about it. And so is there a proper front and a back to this? Not really. It's kind of both on the same on both sides. Oh no, that one has a dot on the front. Okay, so that's the front, that's the back. All right. Put that back in there. Let's check out this stand, because I've been looking at this. This is the part that's supposed to go around her waist. And if you've ever seen action figure stands, you will probably be wondering, what the heck? Just like I am. So let's work through this together. We have the standard base. It says Eternal Sailor Moon. All of the figures that have come with this animation color line have these heart-shaped bases with the 3 options for where you can put their stand part, I guess. So I need to get this out of here because I'm struggling. There we go. Move these a little bit. All right, so this is the base piece. We'll just put it in that one for now. Now let's take Eternal Sailor Moon. I feel like this skirt is way shorter because I've been noticing in the oh my god, her underwear is pearlescent too. That's so funny. I've been noticing in the camera, there's been a lot of upskirt shots. I'm not doing that on purpose. She really just, this is like so much shorter somehow than the standard figure skirt. I'm bonking hairs. I'm gonna have to get a new toy shelf for my Sailor Moon figures because their hair is not going to be compatible on the same shelf. Let's see. Do you take the wings off and then put that on? So it looks like this part would be around her waist, right? Are they crooked, or is that just the way I'm holding it? I'm holding it weird. Maybe they are crooked. We're learning how to do this together. Someone's driving by with a loud... Okay, yeah, that definitely fits around her waist. I can already tell what the problem's going to be here. And that is that these arms are super, super loose. Okay, so that's definitely not supposed to go around her waist. Okay, and then the wings, sorry, I'm doing more upskirt. Kind of pop in. Gaps? Are the wings going to help reinforce the waist part? Because my concern is that that is just not going to stay on her. Okay, now let's keep holding the waist part. Line these babies up. That doesn't bend. Is this stand even big enough for her? I guess, in a way. It's kind of awkward, to be honest. Ha! She stays. Not the best posing job. Frankly, not a posing job. But there she is on the stand. I think it's interesting, and I'm guessing it's because of her weight that they gave her the same one they gave Sailor Pluto, which is slightly shorter of a stand. I would have, kind of expected the opposite, where these guys would have had the shorter ones, and she would have had the bigger one. She's Eternal Sailor Moon. That is so... I don't know if I'm going to be able to get her to hang straight. I don't know if you can see in the back how kind of like funky this is of a way to have this set up. But I guess they kind of have to. I guess the wings do help. Oh. Alright. I was going to say, I guess the wings do help hold it on her because it looks like... I'm just holding this now. It looks like this part of the wing is kind of is in the way of this expanding, which in turn is keeping it around her waist. Because that is a tiny little waist piece. Yeah, she's a little heavy. That's the problem I'm having now. Okay, so that's what happened there. Oops, sorry, I did it again. That joint is a little weak to be holding her. I'm gonna have to mess around with that, see if I can get her hanging straight up and down and not flying sideways. Also, I'm curious if it's even, God, the process that you're gonna have to go through to get her on the stand with the wings and one of her hairs behind the wings. That process is going to be complicated because you're going to have to be holding this around her waist so it doesn't come off, the stand part, and then you're going to have to put the hair behind her and then put the wings back in, all while still holding that. I don't know, that just feels like a bit of an intense process. Don't fall again. Whew. All right, once she gets seated straight up and down, I think she's going to look way better. So let's give her the staff. I'm gonna have to take her off the stand for that, huh? Probably. It just kind of squeezes through her hand there. Let me check. Oh, the mail truck's here, so it's gonna be kind of loud. Okay, so this is kind of the same problem she has with the other one. Okay, no. Okay, just kidding. My doorbell rang and I ended up having to go get my groceries and put them up. But anyway. Back to it here. So we're going to try and put this hand on her and see if we can get her to look okay. It's going to be a little bit frustrating. I'm going to move everything here out of the way. All of her... I kind of want this to be in the frame. My tea, get that out of the frame. Okay. All right. Let's see what we can do here. You didn't see that, but I just adjusted my glasses like a total dork. As we are about to go do total dork things. Oh my god, I can't seem to get this off. There we go. All right, let's try happy face, because you know it's something that actually about this figure that I was very surprised in retrospect. I didn't really notice it when I first got it, but in retrospect I was pretty surprised. This is the happiest face, ooh, hair issues, that they gave this figure. Which, it's not going to do it. Look at it. It's just a little smile is what I was trying to show. Which is surprising because obvious reasons. Usagi is not just a little smiler. Earrings, yes, he does. Okay, I can't actually read. On this head, they're just crescents, right? Yeah, I think they're just crescents on this head, and on this head, they're the fancier version. Ooh, where's the camera? Can't tell because it's really janky. But I believe that is a star hanging from a crescent. They're so tiny, honestly, you can't really even tell. You can kind of see. You can also see how it's kind of like mispainted very slightly because they're so tiny. Anyway, let's give her that face because that is a slightly happier face than just the standard. I guess I got a little smile on, a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, all right, we're set now. I don't know why I'm whispering. Also, where did her wand go? Shit. I'm concerned. I have no idea where her wand is. Hopefully it's in her box. But yeah, so let's get back in here. Got distracted with groceries and okay, so now the question is, can you take this off without the wings? Okay, yes you can. It kind of scoots the downward if you want to take it off without taking the wings off. Now to pop the head off of these, if you've never done this, this top piece of the hair is what comes off first. Oh, shit, I'm gonna make myself look like a fool by struggling like this so much. Oh, God, Jesus, it always feels like you're breaking it. You're not breaking it. It's meant to do that. Whew, okay, so yeah, you see the back piece, it has those little 3 points there. They line up with the head. The face comes out as well. It gets slightly more nightmarish. You want to see something real funny, though? Okay, sorry. Let's put the happy face in. And I am going to compare it to, I think these faces are a little deeper than the regular Usagi ones. And I just knocked over my camera. We're just struggling a little bit today, okay? It's upside down. That's not the right way either. It is a bit tight. I was out of focus for that whole time because this thing kind of sucks. That's something that's kind of bothering me. Not anything to do with the hair, but if you can see that enormous gap in there. I need my handy dandy poker thing. What do I have that I can poke with today? This is too big. It's a used paint stick. In there. Yeah, it looks like a toy. And it looks like it kind of bumps into the shoulder. Okay, so you can kind of adjust that a little bit. The funky SHFiguarts, SHFiguarts, I don't know why I said SHFiguarts, I'm stupid. SHFiguarts, sorry, I'm not meaning to give you underskirt shots. But yeah, the joints kind of like move around sometimes, and to give you an underskirt shot with a reason, I can demonstrate. I don't know if you just saw what just happened, but if you compare, so you can kind of compare her left and right legs right now. You can see that this one has dropped down. I can do the same with the other leg. They dropped down, and now it's back up. And now it's back up. See, that's what I'm trying to show you. And the skirt, okay. The skirt does seem to move. Is that right? It's really hard to tell if the skirt moves or if it's her torso, because the whole thing is so like, I think the skirt, you know what? No, okay, it felt like the skirt was completely, okay, that's what we're feeling there. You can see the joint now. That's what we're feeling. It felt like the skirt was a separate piece that was attached onto here, like an actual skirt. But no, that's not what's happening. But you can see that there is a joint there, so that is meant to kind of wiggle and give you a tiny bit more flexibility with positioning there. Okay. Okay, let's put the wings back on. We're not gonna put her in the stand right now. Okay. What goes on first? I want to know what the toy's underwear looks like. Is there supposed to be a piece in there? Am I missing something? That has to go on after. Because that has to go through here. Started recording that in September, and it's now January of the next year. So I'm going to let's see where Sailor Moon Eternal is today. There we go. She has been put back together. She is a really great figure, you know, all joking aside that it was kind of a mess when I was unboxing her and getting her all set up. She is a little hard to fit on a stand. This is actually her stand here. She's on the anime shelf, or the manga shelf right now with other manga and anime characters and things. Because I was just doing another social media thing with her. But yeah, she's excellent. I got a bunch of other toy videos up now too, so catch up with those as I try to get my life back together.